Hey everyone, this is the Music Man 08, one of the co-hosts of Beyond the Night with TFG1 Mike. Would you like to hear variety? Would you like to hear it out of the clear blue sky? If you've said yes to both these questions, then head on over to www.sky106.net and why don't you check out the schedule to find out when your favorite DJs are on. You may also fill out an application, follow us on Twitter, send us feedback, and tune in with your media player of choice. You may also add us to Skype. That website again is www.sky106.net, where everything is out of the clear blue sky.
10 years ago, all it took was one man and one car to get the job done. Now, the Foundation for Law and Government has assembled 5 highly skilled operatives and paired them with the most advanced state-of-the-art vehicles to take on a new breed of outlaw. They are Team Knight Rider.
Hello and welcome to Beyond the Night, brought to you by the GCRN. I am one of your hosts, TFG1 Mike. Joining me is Dion the Music Man. Hello.
Hey, it's football day.
You know, I'd rather be watching that than watching this. Oh my God.
I actually had to pull myself away from the Seattle Seahawks, and the Atlanta Falcons game.
Go Seahawks.
Exactly. Last I knew they were ahead like 13-3.
Oh boy.
So we'll see.
So this is episode 39 of Beyond the Night. After this, we have 3 episodes left of Team Knight Rider. Oh my God.
Oh.
It progressively gets worse. Like, the first few
Glenn, why did you put your name in
episodes
this?
are okay,
Say that.
and it progressively gets worse after that.
Yeah, it does. It seriously does.
It's... I don't know how this lasted 22 episodes.
You know the funny thing? I have to say this. It actually makes the original Knight Rider series, not all of them, not all the episodes, but it makes some of the bad episodes look good.
Yeah. It's because there are times where at least one of the actresses, she can't act for crap.
No.
I'm sorry to say, but the chick that plays Jenny, Christine Steele, the character of Jenny in some of the episodes that we're going to be getting to over the next couple of episodes of the podcast, she is by far one of the worst actresses I've ever seen. She
Eric
just
is not any better.
At
least to me, she's not, like in some of the episodes, not all
Eric
of them.
Eric is more fun. Jenny has a stick up her ass.
Yeah. And then the female car, I forget which one it is.
Domino.
Yeah, I can't stand her.
Yeah,
sounds.
Cat is much more fun.
Yeah. I cannot stand Domino. Dante reminds me of an updated William Daniels so much. Because, well, think about it. He's got more of a blunt personality.
Yeah.
His wit, if you're not careful, he will slap you with it, and you did not see it coming at all.
Yeah.
And he does have a bit of a heart, and
Yeah.
even though it's a vehicle, he does have a bit of a heart, but it's more of an updated kit. So I kind of like that about him. Beast, though, is like more of, which is quite funny. He's like more of an electronic romancing car. Are you okay, Jenny?
Yeah.
Would you like me to turn up? And I'm like, oh, and Jenny's like, I'm fine. And I'm like, oh my God. It's an electronic stalker.
Yeah, there are times where I can see a little bit of Kit in Beast, but it's few and far between.
Yes, yeah. But you see it more in Dante.
Oh, yeah.
You see it more in Dante.
So today we're going to be taking you beyond the night and reviewing 3 more episodes of Team Knight Rider. Hit the turbo boost kit. Oh, wait. They completely ignore you in this series.
And that's
We'll be back
bad.
after this. Well, they don't completely ignore him. They do mention several things, but we'll be back with the first episode after this.
Can you hook into the mansion security cameras?
That shouldn't be too difficult.
Okay, create a tape loop, the empty hallway and room, then override their monitors.
I know what to do, but I still don't think this is such a good idea.
Opinion noted.
Opinion noted? Why be so oblique? Why not just say, shut up, Dante?
Stand by.
Kyle,
What?
be careful.
First up today is Out of the Past. When Kyle disappears in a South American jungle, the crew must deal with a jewel thieves, natives, and centuries-old ray gun to rescue him from the daughter of a former double agent.
Okay.
Well, I was so bored with this.
Yeah, I was
The
too.
pacing of the episode is so slow. And then, of course, the outcome is the daughter is, ooh, she's the new queen. She's the one that actually set the whole friggin' thing up. Oh, God, it's your standard...
Villain of the week again. It almost sounds
It
like,
is-
but
it is villain of the week, but it's your standard Indiana Jones copycat type of thing.
It
when
is.
it's even that great in the first place.
Mhm.
And I'm sorry, something, any episode or any cartoon or anything that has the title of the thing being Out of the Past, I expect something to be out of the past, not just a random adventure in Kyle's life that, oh, they used to date X number of years ago. I mean, at least with other things that I've seen entitled Out of the Past for television episodes, they've actually dealt with something. Like, it'd be interesting if they somehow actually got the real Michael Knight, not that fake copycat we'll see in a couple episodes. If they did something like that, or if they... I don't know. It just... This episode is just so hard.
it's hard to watch. It was hard to watch. It was hard for me to make good and bad notes on.
Yeah. I mean, I only wrote down one good thing, and I'm pretty sure, and we'll get to it when we get to scanners, but I'm pretty
Right.
sure we have the same.
Yeah.
The same note. But overall the plot sucks. What action there was with the actual cars, because it is Team Knight Rider.
Right.
What action there was with the cars was really good, but other than that, I played because I know you don't use Facebook, but on Facebook they have all different kinds of games, and one of the games is called Bejeweled Blitz, and it's a one, get as many points as you can in 1 minute.
Right.
I played 20 games of Bejeweled Blitz in the first 20 minutes of the show, and I'm like, of this episode, and I'm like, this episode isn't over yet? Oh my god. God, come on, hurry up. Any other notes on the plot?
Well, I agree with you. I think they could have, okay, like you said, out of the past. You were looking at something that happened a long time ago. Why, maybe they could have gone back to a reason of why they hid Michael Long's past. Something to that effect. Maybe they could have gotten David Hasselhoff to guest star in this. As just to bring the episode some excitement. Something like that. I know that Edward, unfortunately, wouldn't have been around, but at least Hasselhoff or, even Patricia or Rebecca or Peter.
Yeah, somebody.
Something to that, one of those guys.
RC with his old bike.
Do what?
RC with his old bike.
Oh, yeah.
The bike.
Torn up bike.
From Killer Kit.
Killer Kit, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the scanners.
What? Did you find him?
You could say that. Picked up a police report from the city of El Baz.
A valuable gem was stolen during a party from the home of a developer named Pablo Calderon.
Play it for a track. Mansion security systems picked this up.
Plato Enhanced Grid 613.
I can't believe it.
Hi, Cal Stewart, jewel thief.
Maybe there's hope for him yet.
Should we tell the Foundation?
Somehow, I don't think they'd take kindly to the leader of TKR flying off to South America to pull a heist.
Duke's right. And we have to get to him before the authorities in El Baz do. Once they catch him, they may not be so willing to let him go.
Jenny? Jenny? You alright?
Yeah. It's just, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, Kai would never do anything like this.
Someone could be blackmailing him.
Which brings up another question.
Yes. What could be so important to him that he would risk his career? His entire future?
Alright, let's turn these scanners on and off. For scanners on, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have the same thing. That was a nice nod to classic KR. Why don't you just tell me to shut up, Dante?
Yeah! That's
That
the
is
only thing I wrote down.
only good thing about this.
Oh my. Just this episode alone, I mean, like you said, with what action there was, it was like, okay, really? You know, what?
For scanners off, all as I had was, is this episode over yet?
Mm-hmm.
Boring as hell and really titled out of the past, and it has nothing to do with Flag, with Devin, with Michael, with Wilt. Hell, even
With
if they
Bonnie,
did some...
with April, with RC,
right,
you know, RC3.
But even if they did, like, okay, sure, I don't remember, because for me personally, I don't. Once I see someone in a role like a Michael Knight, I pay attention to the character. I don't pay attention. Like, yes, in the back of my mind, I know Hasselhoff has, you know, battled alcoholism in his life.
Right.
But I don't focus on the personal life of the actor. I focus on the role that they made famous. And all as I'm saying here is, yes, I understand that at the time probably he was going through stuff, or maybe they couldn't reach an agreement, but you could have done something with Wilton's past. You could have done something with at least the one child that is supposedly still alive. In Jennifer Knight, you could have done something that had to do with the Knight Rider legacy instead of just doing a villain of the week. Oh, and also she and Kyle used to fuck so many years ago, etc. You know, I just don't. This episode, oh god, we gotta. Do you have anything else?
I can't think of anything else. I really can't, except this. You know, like you said, I think they should have. If it was going to be titled "Out of the Past," I think, you know, maybe they should have focused on why was Jenny. I think it was Jenny. I was trying to access the computer to find out.
That's in another episode, I think.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, why would you you know, what are you trying to find out? You know, what do you? Is there something you don't know?
That's in the last episode.
Is it?
Yeah, that's in Angels and Chains today. So it'll come up later.
It'll come up later. But okay. But what I was gonna say is, I agree with you on this. They should have focused on something. Flag. You know, well, better yet, how did Michael cope after leaving the Foundation yet again? You know, what is he doing? You know, is there anything that he could tell the new people that they need to watch out for? Yeah. You know, I think...
Or hell, it could have been an episode of how the new vehicles and the whole new project was set up.
Right.
You know, something other than just bland old villain of the week.
Right. We've had one of those already. I think we've had a couple.
Well, the next one isn't so bad, so we'll get to that here in a minute.
It's basically a big bomb on wheels, programmed to drive to the center of its targeted area and release a neutron blast that wipes out millions.
What kind of nut comes up with this kind of stuff?
Trek.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with this one. It was a strategic weapon developed by the Chinese. They launched 2 of them up into orbit 20 years ago.
First Neutron 5XD came down by accident in 81 in upstate New York. I don't have all the details, but it was deactivated before it had a chance to wipe out the whole tri-state area.
Wait a minute. Does this mean we're at war with China?
Chinese government swears they don't know how this one came down.
This one's loose somewhere in New Mexico. If it detonates, it'll take out the entire Southwest.
Not much can stop it. It's designed to destroy everything in its path. The Army is setting up a blockade.
General William Simonson is in command. I know him. Domino and I should go out there to assist.
Flag has something else in mind for us. We have to find the guy who brought down the first Neutron 5XE. He may be of help. His name's Ken Savage.
Fighting robot Megaman. Oh, I'm sorry. Return of Megaman. Where's Dr. Wily when you really need him? Recruiting a reluctant former member, played by Richard Coleman, is the team's only chance to defuse a satellite weapon that crashed to Earth after falling out of its orbit. Now, this is more of a quote-unquote out-of-the-past episode that I would really enjoy, and I did enjoy this episode because
I liked it too.
This takes place before the Michael Knight era of the Foundation for Law and Government. This takes place before even Carr. So this was really interesting and awesome.
Right.
I liked the plot. The pacing of the episode was great. I thought that because obviously when you buy stuff on iTunes or buy TV shows or not rent TV shows, but when you get TV shows on DVD, etc., 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 there's obviously no commercials. So this 42, 43-minute episode went by faster than I thought it was going to.
The nice thing about it is that it kept you on the edge of your seat. You did not have to look away from it. You did not have to put it, in the background and go, I'm going to go on the Facebook or I'm going to go on Twitter and or just put it on as background noise. So it was a great episode. I agree with you. This should have been an out of the past thing, reference.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it was before Michael Knight, before Carr, that type. Before anything.
Right, that we knew. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing that I like, and I think we mentioned this in the intro, or you did, you said you didn't really care for Erica. Erica really proves her worth here.
I didn't.
This is
I guess it was either Erica or Jenny. It's one of them that is very stuck up.
No, Jenny is the stuck up one.
Okay. Well, I thought Erica could be too at times. Maybe that's just me.
She can be snobbish, but she doesn't have a stick up her butt. I mean, Erica will go into a casino and win all the money and all that other stuff. But Jenny is the one because Jenny has the military background and everything else, and she just can't get past that. And I understand that. But this was the episode where because Erica got close to the $6 million man ripoff.
We can build him. We can recreate the technology. Good times.
Yeah, no, this
episode was good though. This was really good. You did not, like I said, you didn't have to turn it on as background noise. You could sit and watch it. And now this would probably be one of the ones if I had a top 10 list that I would watch again.
Oh, yeah. Totally agree.
I would watch this one again.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the scanners.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little girls who went to the police academy.
What's he doing?
Watching Charlie's Angels on TNT. It's his favorite show. I didn't want him to miss it. It's the one where Cheryl Ladd wrestles an alligator.
Did you find anything?
Yeah, look at this. Some kind of top-secret flag pension fund that he's supposed to know about. Pays out a bi-monthly check to former employees.
They pay us when we leave here? Where do I send my letter of resignation?
I went over all the files. There's no Ken Savage. This guy's got to have a really high clearance.
So you came up empty. Great.
That's what I love about TKR. Such a supportive environment. No, I dug deeper. Look at this. I was able to use the senior flag official's access code to get into some real heavy-duty secret files.
How'd you get his code?
Well, he brought his Great Dane Caesar to the flag picnic last summer. I knew that had to be it.
Ken Savage, retired 1981. Well, there's an address. You think it's current?
Well, Flag still sends checks there every other month.
Turning the scanners on, I already mentioned the $6 Million Man ripoff. This is seriously better than the first episode we watched today.
Yes.
It's nice to see Flag had other ops going before the Age of the Knight Rider. I thought that was really cool. And overall, I don't know, I really enjoyed the episode, and Erica actually having a character was a great thing as well.
Yes.
Because it does give her more character instead of just being this flamboyant person who is going to go off half-cocked and not have a plan and just wing it all the time. While winging it is good at times, there are times...
It doesn't always work.
Yeah, no, it doesn't always work. What'd you like about this one?
I liked the fact that, we do get to see a little bit of Erica stand out in this episode. Like you said, she's not as flamboyant. She reminds me of David in the sense that sometimes you have to switch to a backup plan.
Yeah.
If one plan doesn't work, you switch to another one. And she reminds me of the Michael Knight portrayal. And I think that's what they were going for with Erica's character.
Yeah. Oh, I totally agree. All right, well... I really have no scanners off.
I don't either.
I mean, it was overall really, really enjoyable.
Like I said, it's... I was going to say, like I said, it's an enjoyable episode. You can watch this again.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that it's 5 cars now, not 1. But I can look past that, though. At least for this one.
I think we're going to have to get over that for this series.
For this series, it's like, okay, we know it's 5 cars. We're just going to have to just roll on with the paces and just keep on trucking. But, I do like that Erica gets her moment in the spotlight.
Yeah, I do too. I really do. So we're going to move on to the final episode of the day.
Oh, I didn't know you were on duty tonight.
Neither did I. Kyle decided to check the case reports and found out.
Found out what?
That I don't do case reports? What are you doing here?
I just have to do prep for some crew evaluations, but I can do it another time.
No, stay. Actually, I wanted to talk to you about something.
Anything wrong?
No. It's just that I was working on my summary of the Galbraith case, and I read over Kyle's report. You really stuck your neck out for me.
Don't sound so surprised.
Yeah, well, I have a lot of trouble being sincere, and I'm not the kind of person who's used to having friends, and I just,
You're welcome.
And finally, up today, we have Angels in Chains. Jenny is charged with treason when she is linked to some stolen files, and the team must rally to prove her innocence before she spends the rest of her life in prison.
Dun, dun, dun.
Something like that. I do like how the plot is done in this. I do like how we see more of kind of the past when it comes to Jenny and all that.
Yeah.
The pacing of it was, even for it being a Mobius episode, it was still a little... I mean, I get that Mobius is supposed to be, this mystery man behind the curtain. You don't know who he is, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
At least... At least it wasn't as slow as the first episode today.
No.
So
these two make up for the slowness.
Oh, yeah.
These two make up for the slowness.
Oh, yeah.
Not to mention the fact that this isn't one of those Villain of the Week episodes.
Mm-hmm.
It's not one of those. And, again, we get to see a little more of the past probably coming out. Because we've said before, Jenny has a military background. So now everybody's pulling together to prove his innocence, prove her innocence rather.
Mm-hmm.
And this is actually a good episode to watch. It just, there are some good moments. I'm sure there's some bad moments that we'll touch on in this episode.
Yeah, I mean, really, I don't know. I find it really interesting how Flag is now, where it's not just one person. Well, it is one person. That's some old lady, but apparently there's a board of directors, and we kind of already knew that in the first one. Like, oh, this will never go past the board. Devin always says, "Oh, this will never go past the board." Blah blah blah. Blah.
Right.
And we saw the directors in, in the Garth in one of the Garth episodes, but it's just one of those things where I'm wondering now, who the hell did Devin leave in charge of the overall organization? That's what I'm wondering at this point.
Yeah, because after Knight Rider 2000, in Knight Rider 2000, he's killed off.
Yeah.
So it makes you wonder, who did he leave in charge? Definitely not Russ Maddock.
Let's hope not. All right, we're gonna get to the scanners in a moment.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Please step aside, Miss West.
You can't just come in here like you... What do you think? Well, here, have another.
Dante, get me Kyle.
Who the hell are you?
We work for the same people, Mr. Stewart.
Still doesn't give you the right to barge in here unannounced.
No, this does. Should we stop him?
No.
Jenny Andrews, we have a warrant for your arrest.
So turning these scanners on and off, this episode was a blast.
It was.
I really did like how they used the Michael Knight aspects, and I'm still not sure about what Mobius's end game is. Like, he seems to want to use Jenny to do stuff, and I just don't know. And we never actually, and we'll get to this when we get to episode 41,
right?
In about a couple of months, but it's like, we never actually really find out what his like, if they had something in this series, even just a 5-minute thing, reveal, like, the whole point of a supervillain, whether he's in a wheelchair or not, is he reveals his plan. He monologues and reveals his plan.
Wait, he was in a wheelchair?
He was in a breathing apparatus. He was in a chair or something.
Okay, I didn't know if that was a wheelchair or.
It's.
I could hear the breathing apparatus.
He's always sitting down.
Yeah.
And every time you quote unquote see him, it's his chair rolling away.
Ah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
What'd you like about this one?
It was a blast. There were no boring moments. I am kind of curious as to why she wants to know about Michael Knight. What is so important to know?
Well, they told you in this episode. In no uncertain terms, she thinks he's her father. Yeah, she has a lot of daddy issues. That's why she kept trying to access this file, because...
And it needed a higher security clearance than what she had.
Right.
I think she had, like, the highest that there was.
She had level 5, and
the computer was like, no, you need higher than that.
Yeah, it's level 6 that you need. So, and by the end of the episode, she got it. And oh god, let's just move into scanners off, because holy crap, the file.
I didn't mean to make it sound so bad.
No. But the file that Kyle hands her.
Yeah.
I actually paused it and looked at it.
What was it?
At the top, it had Foundation, it had dates or whatever else, and it had Michael Knight's name on it.
Mm-hmm.
The actual contents of the first page of the file is episode titles and synopses from the original series. It had Buyout on it, it had Junkyard Dog on it, it had all kinds of stuff from Season 3. That's all it was.
That's it?
That's it. It's just,
That's pointless.
I know. Oh my
We
god.
need to like take a screenshot of that.
I'll go back and do it.
Like, because in case people have not, like, no, you're not. You don't know what you're talking about. Here it is. Yes, it is.
No. Oh yeah. No. Trust me, I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Now, did it show like just different episodes from the different?
It
just
showed
season 3.
It was mostly season 3. I remember seeing Buyout. I remember seeing Junkyard Dog. I remember seeing Kit versus Car. So it was mostly stuff from season 3, and all it was it gave a date, it gave the episode title, and it gave the description.
Wow.
That's all the body of the first page was. So I don't know. Any other bad moments for you out of this one?
I guess I would have liked to have seen something where Jenny and her father would have reconciled differences. You know, if she had issues, she would have been able to talk to him.
Well, she got to find out who he is first.
Right, but after, what I'm saying is after she found out. I'm saying after she found out,
yeah.
Then you try to reconcile your differences and let him explain, look, this is why I've been away from you for so long.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we didn't see that. So, yeah.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with final thoughts and ratings after this.
Coming soon from the Command Center commentaries, celebrating 20 years of Power Rangers. It's Morphin' Time.
Thank you so much, Jason David Frank, for that ringing endorsement. Yes, that's right, folks. Starting in episode 29, From the Command Center is going back and celebrating 20 years of Power Rangers with the From the Command Center commentaries. We'll be doing 15 episodes from MMPR Season 1. And after that, who knows? I know we're doing commentaries from Seasons 2 and 3, and we'll do a commentary on the film. After that, who knows? Commentaries could take us through a number of episodes. There's a very, very, very long list. So I hope everyone enjoys it. As I've said before, we will get to Megaforce once that series completes itself on Netflix or whatever else. Thank you so much, and now prepare yourself for From the Command Center commentaries, our way of going back in depth and noticing stuff we did not pick up on in the original overview episodes of the podcast, or stuff we missed when we watched them as children. Thank you very much.
Let the power protect you.
Ah, brave new world that has such putzes in it.
The Pull Bag is GCRN's comic book review and discussion-based podcast. Join me, your host, TF2 and Mike, and the rest of the GCRN crew as we make our way through the comics we are reading. Inside the Pull Bag, you'll also find back-issue classics and Origins episodes of how we got into comic reading. You can find the Pull Bag every Wednesday on iTunes and on www.geekcastradio.com. Make your great escape into comics and jump into the Pull Bag today.
Oh yes, but think of the fun.
So we are back. Alright, so final ratings. Out of the Past. When are you going to rate that one?
This one doesn't get any cars. I can't.
0 kit cars.
Yeah,
Same here.
I can't do that one.
Return of Megaman. What are you going to give that one?
I have to give it a 5.
Yeah, I do too. It was really great overall.
He said Return of Megaman.
Really? Well, that's the name of the episode.
That's funny.
Angels in Chains.
Dr. Wily and Dr. Wright.
Yeah. Actually, it's Dr. Light, but yeah.
Yeah. 5. I have to give this one 5 kit cars. Surprisingly.
I have to give it a 2.
Really?
I have to. I have to take 3 points off for them not actually giving her any information other than script or
the original season 3.
Like I think it's cool that they threw that in there as a nod for us fans, but the fact that they basically just handed her a list of old episodes for information leading to quote unquote what is potentially her father, that's lame. So it gets a 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Before we close out, I wanted to pull up Kathy Tregeser, who plays Erica. Who plays Erica. The last thing she was in was in 2003, a TV series called Hunter. I assume that's an update
to the 80s TV
the
show.
original series. I don't know if it is or not. I'm not going to look at it. She was also in, this is interesting, she was in Baywatch Nights. And she was in Baywatch,
That's funny.
1999, as Etienne Warner, the episode Risk to Death. So, yeah, she worked with Hoffat
All right.
a couple of times.
There you go.
Yep, there you go. So, all right, that's going to do it for this episode of Beyond the Night. Thank you for joining us. There's several ways to get in contact with us or leave feedback for the show. Visit the website, geekcastradio.com, where you can comment on each and every one of our episode posts. Email us feedback at geekcastradio.com. Follow us on Twitter at Beyond the Night is the show Twitter. Mine is TFJ and Mike. You can also follow at geekcastradio for all the other network updates. What is your Twitter?
The Music Man 08 is my Twitter.
Become a fan on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Geekcast or Radio Network. Call the voicemail line. Tell us the show you're leaving the message for and your name. 502-526-5821. We hope you enjoyed, quote-unquote enjoyed, this episode of I wish you'll join us next time. I'll be reviewing 3 more episodes from Team Knight Rider, those being The Blonde Woe Man, The Ixtifa Affair, and Home Away from Home. For now, I am TFG and Mike with
Beyond the Music Man 08.